Are you confident enough to listen to the women in your life, to hear their ideas and their solutions, to hold their anguish and actually believe them, even if what they're saying is against you? And will you be man enough to stand up to other men when you hear locker room talk, when you hear stories of sexual harassment, when you hear your boys talking about grabbing ass or getting her drunk? Will you actually stand up and do something so that one day we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and come forward to say the words, "Me too"?
But according to Candace Owens, Ryan Reynolds didn't just miss the message, he mocked it.
Also, speaking of the Deadpool devil, you are not going to believe this, but his feelings surrounding the creation of the Mr. Nicepool character, aka Justin Baldoni, were captured and recorded in a book. He spoke about why he created this character, and it's extremely dark. It is truly dark to read this. You're not going to believe it.
Ryan Reynolds didn't just crack jokes when he created Nicepool. It wasn't just for laughs. It was to humiliate Justin Baldoni. And then he killed him. On screen, of course. So was this satire or something darker? A shot at Justin's message or his masculinity? And before we spill this boiling hot tea, hit like and smash the subscribe because this drama is just getting started. So who is Justin Baldoni? And why would Ryan Reynolds supposedly hate him? Well, Justin isn't just an actor or director, he's a mission. In his book Man Enough and his viral TED Talk, he challenges men to listen more, flex less, and call out toxic behaviors before they lead to the hashtag #MeToo.
A group of women specifically behind me who are specialists in this space, and from the very beginning we worked very hard to create a very truthful and honest story that could reflect the reality of what millions and millions of people go through every day.
He's built his entire platform on redefining masculinity, saying real men hold each other accountable, especially behind closed doors. And that is exactly what Candace Owens says triggered Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds wasn't just being Deadpool, he was taking a shot. And here's where it gets dark, because Candace Owens says the truth about Nicepool is not in a book, it's in a lithograph, a Deadpool versus Wolverine piece straight from the DC Comics archives.
And I am scared. I am so scared. So I'm going to read you directly what Ryan had to say when they sat down with him to discuss Nicepool. Okay, I'm going to show you this, and then I'll give you the exact quotation. You can pull this up. This is from the book. The idea appealed of creating this character based on guys you find in the zeitgeist right now who are faux nice. They may present as very progressive and enlightened. Nicepool himself identifies as a feminist, but the truth is very different. They're talking about themselves as these incredible allies, but underneath that, there's something a little false and probably awful, Reynolds says. I liked that this guy was kind of paving over all of this shit headery, pardon my language, with his esoteric hot yoga, chakra balancing nonsense and his little top knot and all that stuff. So we plant this seed early that he's a little fake spiritual, but he also may be the kind of piece of shit. It just allows us to not feel too bad about taking his life brutally. End quote. I'm like, what is going on?
And those words, according to Candace, extremely dark, disturbing, because Ryan didn't just create a parody, he created a fantasy of erasing Baldoni, his career, his message, his voice, all through artwork, through a character. And why? Because Ryan couldn't stand the man Baldoni represented, the values he stood for. This wasn't just Deadpool, this was something personal, something fueled by jealousy.
Ryan was living out his fantasy of killing Justin Baldoni via the movie Deadpool. And there is like no way to normalize that or to excuse that. He was living out a fantasy of killing Justin Baldoni. Like, that's the reality, okay? He wrote about this down to like his hair was, somehow Justin Baldoni was driving him insane. He talks about everything Justin Baldoni speaks about on his Instagram. I told you when I crawled through it. I mean, there's just no question that this character that he created late in the day, and then he's like, let's get the gang back together so I can fantasize about murdering Justin Baldoni. Very, very strange, makes me uncomfortable.
And now, this lithograph, Ryan's own creative vision, might become a legal nightmare. Because you better believe, Bryan Freedman, Baldoni's powerhouse lawyer, will use this in court.
What you don't do is mock the person. and turn it into a joke. There's no question it relates to Justin. I mean, anybody that can watch that, the hair bun, the comment about the pregnancy. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's being done. But
This wasn't just a joke, it was intent, cold, deliberate, and personal. Because what this shows is malice, pure hostility. And in a courtroom, that could change everything. Nice Pool wasn't some parody, it was a statement, a dark fantasy, etched in ink and fueled by something deeper, jealousy, and rage. And now, Bryan Freedman is ready to make this lithograph Exhibit A. The message is clear. This feud isn't staying on the page, it's heading straight to the courtroom. So, where do you stand? Was Nice Pool a petty shot at Baldoni or something far worse? Hit like, smash subscribe, and ring that bell, because trust me, this tea is far from over, and you won't want to miss what's coming next.
Come here, girl!
Who are you? Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist. Right.